The temple here, it's dedicated to God Amun Ra. The temple, it's built same as in the time that we've seen, like the other temple we've seen last night. Same duration, which is in the middle, beginning of the Middle and New Kingdom. This is the time when they were building this temple. This temple, it took them about 2,000 years to be finished. 2,000 years to finish the temple we're looking at today. It's starting first with the two rows of the sphinxes. The sphinxes here, it's taking a different shape. It's not the human or the king's face. Here, it's taking the shape like the body of the lion with the ram head. The ram head here, it represents God Amun, as it's one of the shapes for God Amun Ra. All the statues in between the pose of the sphinxes, it represents King Ramses II. Then it leads to the first pylon. First pylon here, or the entrance, it belongs to a king called Nectanebbu. Nectanebbu, he is the last king ruled the last dynasty in Egypt, before Egypt turned to become like a Greek-Roman empire. The pylon here, it's a plain pylon, it doesn't have any seams. And then it leads to the three shrines here on the left-hand side. The whole temple is built mainly for having these three little rooms, where it represents Amun, Mu, and their son Khonsu. Right-hand side here, this is the temple of king called Ramses III. Ramses III, he is called the Harbor King. He is the first king which we found a tomb for him in the Valley of the Kings. So our first tomb to discover at the Valley of the Kings, it belongs to a king called Ramses III, the owner of this temple. The temple here, as you see, it leads to the sanctuary, which is right at the end, and there is nothing on the way. We can see the sanctuary, the dark room, which is right at the end. What it shows here that the ancient Egyptians, they had like a master plan for building the temple from day one till the last day. How they controlled the size of the temple, and how all the kings, they respected their predecessors, with just following one plan from day one to the end. Especially when we say that this temple, it took them about 2,000 years to be finished. How they controlled the size of the temple from the four different directions. We'll start first talking about this direction. We knew that the sanctuary, it should be the last room of the temple, that you shouldn't build anything behind. So the sanctuary is located here at the front, that you shouldn't be building anything behind. So they controlled the size of the temple from this side. What about this side? Less than 1 kilometer away to this side, there is a long chain of mountains, very similar to the one which we have seen on the other side of the Nile. What about this side? Why couldn't they just keep building monuments to this side? Because close to here, there is the Nile. So they can't build anything, you can't build anything further up this way. What about this side? On this side, they built the connection, like the two rows of the sphinxes which are connecting between this temple and Luxor temple for the whole 3 kilometers.